Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra July 5, 2022. If you've been sitting on feelings that need release, they're likely to find a channel for expression now and this week. Venus and Uranus align in your sector of joy, creativity, and love, inspiring you to make changes. Love can bring surprises today, and buried emotions awaken. You may need to lay to rest some aspects of your past if they're no longer serving you well. Eventually, these will pave the way to a new beginning. This transit helps you detach just enough to enjoy yourself more fully. There can be romantic or creative excitement, and you might capture the attention of people who hadn't noticed you previously. Your usual inhibitions on a social or creative level melt away now, and you can feel pleasantly engaged or willing to go out on a limb. Others find you especially interesting and unique. Let it all hang out. Sounds risky for someone who's ruled by structured Saturn, but today's astroweather is urging you to color outside of the lines. After all, it's not every day that luscious Venus joins forces with spontaneous Uranus, not to mention your flirtatious fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression. Single? You're not only making an impression on your admirers but also surprising the world with your eccentric yet charming love language. Release all expectations, and be your most authentic self. If you're in the mood to experiment, then so be it. Expect the unexpected. Inspiration could strike at any moment when Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus today. Electric and beautiful, the blend of cosmic energy excites all of your professional possibilities. You may have a sudden desire to bring your idea to life through your work, so you could make significant progress in a remarkable amount of time. The conjunction could also encourage you to switch up an ongoing professional project. You may have a new direction to take your work in, potentially leading to something more valuable and beautiful than what you had originally expected. The moon's departure from your career sector yesterday has done more than leave you with your professional instincts sharpened. This first visit since Jupiter's return to your income sector and the last before Venus, the planet of money, is due to return later next week, has helped to boost your confidence on both fronts while amplifying a sense of anticipation. Maintain contacts and strengthen your social ties, especially with close friends and family. Don't keep putting them off, because they really need to be near you now. It should be easy for you since you are completely at ease with yourself and won't be stressed by their company. Obviously, when others are in a positive mood, you will be too. It's a good time to review your stuff and maybe get rid of anything that's just taking up space. It's probably not the time for a yard sale, but you should be able to find good homes for any excess. Making an effort to get out and socialize is enough to make others aware of your qualities, and there is every chance you'll discover a new love interest. You're sure to meet new people and create connections that give others an opportunity to get to know and appreciate your delightfully seductive ways. The planetary alignment today increases your energy, so be prepared. There is a lot of kinetic energy for you to process, and it's recommended that you get plenty of exercise. If you feel too antsy at work to sit still, take a walk on your lunch break or take a quick trip to the gym. The food you eat will determine whether you are able to process this transit in a healthy way. This energy must not be internalized, so light foods are preferable. Welcome to the wonderful energy of a vibration. The essence from this number can see you far more competitive than usual. Further, you may notice that you are particularly ambitious today. Use this to the fullest to make some real headway in your career. You're more likely to want to get out and deal with others than usual, making it an opportune time for meetings and sales. Make some progress. You'll feel great at the end of the day with all that you accomplish. On both the financial and career fronts, things not only get a boost and some additional resources today, but with perfect timing. It begins with Mars' return to your financial sector, with the warrior planet of the cosmos returning to fire up your financial passions and fighting spirit, just as the moon is helping to fuel your financial confidence, instincts, and imagination. Just minutes later, Mercury will return to your career sector just as the stars are already starting to align across the income, work, and career fronts. After 6 weeks in your relationship sector, Mars, the warrior planet of the cosmos, leaves today, with a chance for the heat and the urgency to dial back. Mars' mission was to leave you fired up and ready to fight for what you want from your relationships and what they need from you, with planets staying on that can now make it more about the journey. Our eyes in the sky. Smart Mercury has been steadily moving forward in grounded Taurus lately, and its Earth trine to Pluto in career-boosting Saturn today can be just the push you need to step up to the plate and make things happen. Your job, or anything having to do with major responsibilities, including family and/or education, is at the forefront of this cosmic interaction, encouraging you to grab the lead and take the steps necessary to advance to the next level. If you're in a leadership role where it's up to you to make major decisions, be sure to consider all of the options, including the ones that are good for the group and not just your own personal success. Details are just as important as the overall picture. Your brainpower is impressive during this masterful trine, but remember that asking for advice or favors from people who are in key positions to help you isn't a sign of weakness. Quite the opposite, in fact. Mid-afternoon, Venus aligns with Uranus in Taurus, offering surprises in love and money. Although both planets are gliding through stable Taurian terrain, Uranus shakes us out of complacency and suggests we examine matters of the heart in evolutionary language. How are our relationships serving to develop our consciousness? If we are not lit up in love, we might now look for excitement elsewhere. Alternatively, we might be on the receiving end of another's sudden desire for change. This can be an influence for breakups, but not if a partnership is on solid footing. A union that begins under this influence may not last long, but we can learn a great deal from the engagement. Since Venus also rules money, we might also make risky investments at this time. The potential for both gains and losses is inherent in this transit, so only gamble with resources that you can afford to lose. In the evening, the Scorpio moon opposes Uranus, making us impulsive. A battle between intuition and instinct prompts us to grab for power. However, Uranus' influence prevents us from getting a firm grip, causing us to feel impotent. The more we try to assert dominance, the more the universe affirms that we are not in the driver's seat. Psychological revelations occur which are hard to process in the immediate. It may be some time before we can give proper context to our emotions, but we will be better for this confrontation.